Anyway, let's talk to our newest tight end. He joins us on the WadeFord.com hotline. Hey, man, Jonnu, welcome to Atlanta, bro. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. Thanks for having me, man.
All right, your thoughts.
Welcome to Atlanta. That's kind of been a theme. That's kind of
Right.
been a theme of the day, man.
Right.
I got to have that song playing in the car later.
Yes, sir.
And you are a player, and we're going to watch you play, man. Can't wait.
All right. Now you're a Falcon. It seems kind of surreal when you go from Tennessee, you go to New England. Now you're down here, and I know you got some prior exposure to Arthur Smith.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Artist, man. That's my guy right there, man. Just a true genuine person, man. You know, to be able to reconnect with him, it means a lot to me.
I know that we like his style, Jonnu, because he seems like a no BS kind of guy. I mean, he just tells it like, is that what you've had your experience with? He tells it like it is?
Who's that, Art?
Yeah.
Yeah, Art, man. That's just who he is, man. He got a sense of humor to him, man, once you get to know him, man. But he a hard-nosed, blue-collar guy, man. He come in, you know, he put his work in, he work his ass off, man. You know what I mean? He takes his job very seriously, man. And you got to respect that out of him. And he expects that, you know, from all of his guys. And, you know, that's why, you know, he's going to have a lot of success.
All right, you're up in New England. You got any Bill Belichick stories? You have to. Did you get a stop for a pop quiz in the hallway? What happened?
Oh man, I'm gonna keep the Bill Belichick stories in house, man. I'm gonna keep them in house, man. You never know what happens in the future. You know what I mean? Right. I want to stay in good graces with old Bill, man. So
right.
I'm gonna keep everything in house. Great. I got nothing but great and positive things to say about Bill, man. You know, arguably the greatest head coach of all time. I learned a lot from him. I'm thankful for the opportunity I had in New England, man. It was, it was a great experience, but I'm on the bigger and better things, man, and I'm grateful for this opportunity.
It is Jonnu Smith, guys. He's a Falcon. Arthur Smith gets his guy back, so we're going to see him catching passes in what could be a really dynamic offense. And again, we're not going to put words in your mouth, but it was a little strange last year offensively. They had some issues. I know the coaching staff seemed like it was a bit funky. What was Mac Jones like to play for? It seemed like he was frustrated at times last year.
Yeah, no, Mac is a wonderful talent, man. He's a hard worker, an amazing talent. A lot of guys, man. Just the offense in general, man. We as a whole, well, they now it's not we, but those are still my guys, man. But they were, the offense just wasn't in sync, and we just couldn't get on the same page, and a lot of guys took a step back. And we got to look at ourselves, each individual person, we had to look at ourselves in the mirror and say, okay, what could we do to provide some light to this offense, man? And that was kind of the theme week in and week out. And still gave ourselves a chance towards the end of the season to kind of make a playoff run, just because of the talent that we had. But didn't get it done, man. So, but I'm sure, hopefully, hopefully they don't get anything done over there no more. So.
I'm curious about curious about your
all
journey.
love, though.
Right. You go to Florida International. Did you go to college as a tight end, and when did it occur to you that you could make it in the NFL?
Man, I kind of really this has been my lifelong dream, since I was a kid, man. I remember the first time I laid eyes on a game of football, I just fell in love with it. I was so fascinated with the game, and just, it was just like poetry to me. You know what I mean? So, but being in the NFL was a dream of mine since I was a kid. But when I really realized I was going to play NFL football was when I was 17 years old. I was in training camp and in college, and I was just killing guys. I was just out there just killing guys, man. And I was like, I'm really better than everybody here. You know what I mean? I realized that. And, they realized it, and they were the ones telling me first. And I was like, you know what? I really am going to play in the NFL. And here I am, man. So it's a pleasure. It's a dream come true of mine. I'm grateful. I'm blessed. I'm I'm the happiest man alive, man. I really am.
That's awesome to hear, man. Guys, our first chance to talk to Jonnu Smith, who's now with the Falcons, reunited with the old boss, Arthur Smith. And since we just had the Combine, you actually really showed out at the Combine, too. So if guys didn't know about you, they did. You were a top 100 pick thanks to the work. What was the Combine experience like back in the day?
The Combine was great, man. It was the first couple of days was rough because they got us, up all day and, not much time to rest that night. That was a little grind. But just being out there, I think to me, the funniest thing about the Combine was, just being around the guys, getting to meet a lot of the guys from across the country and, just sharing those conversations and sharing our different experiences and journeys to the Combine, man. And it was something that you watch as a kid, man. You know what I mean? Just just man, when I get to the combine, I'm gonna run this fast, I'm gonna jump this high, I'm gonna lift this much, and to be able to go out there and do it. And like you said, I had a pretty good combine, man. So it was an awesome turnout for me, and I had a hell of a day. And I had so much fun that day, man. It's something I'll never forget. And we took home a bunch of gear too, Nike, Adidas. I know that was one of my favorite parts, man. I probably still got some of that gear.
Nice,
dude. You seem to conduct yourself with such gratitude, being in the moment. Where did you get that from? I think you're sincere.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. That's just it's just how I was raised, man. I come from a tough background, a tough city. I've seen a lot of things, man. Life could have went a different way for me, so I'm glad that it went this way. So it's just, I'm very grateful and thankful to be here. It's a blessing, and man, God has just been so instrumental in my life.
It is cool to talk to Jonnu Smith, guys, and I got a lot of folks who are excited because we just think it. Now, again, I'm not going to ask you to give us some of the game plan. You just got signed, but it seems like between Pitts and London, what else we're going to do, we got a chance to really kind of create some mismatches, right, on the offensive side.
I'm not saying nothing. I'm not saying nothing. You won't get a peep out of me, man. You will not get a peep out of me, but great guys, a lot of great talent, like you said. Just to piggyback off of that, man. A lot of places to put us. That's all I got for you.
Did they talk to you and tell you what? I mean, I know your role, but what do they expect your role to be?
I ain't got nothing for you. I ain't got nothing for you. You trying to get it out of me? I ain't got nothing for you.
I'm just trying to say.
No, man, but our man, me and Art had a lot of success in Tennessee, and we just want to continue to build off of that, which we had pick back up where we left off, man, and surpass that. Right. We got high expectations here. Art built this locker room with a lot of great guys, man. I think that's most important. Of course, talent, but to be around a group of guys, that just are good people at heart, man. I think, that's where championship football really comes into play, when you become selfless, when you think about your teammates, when you're doing it for a bigger purpose than yourself. So he's surrounding this locker room with a ton of guys like that, man. So I'm just excited to be a part of it.
What number are you going to wear this year?
I'm rocking the 81.
Sure. You're going to stick with the 81. That's cool. Hey, man, we really appreciate your
time.
I'm a big fan, man. You actually built me up. You actually did some inadvertent therapy. I was kind of lethargic today. Your energy and positivity, I appreciate you.
Love
brother.
to hear it, man.
I'm just giving back what they gave me. I walked in this building and I said, I'm home.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Awesome.
So I'm just giving back, man. I'm having a great day. It's one of the best, probably the best day in my football career, man. I haven't felt like this in a while, so it's a really good feeling to feel this way.
All right, man. Can't wait to see you out there at Flowery Branch and then see you in action this season, man. We'll be talking to you a lot. Thanks, Jonnu. Congratulations.
All right, man. I'll see you guys. All right.
You got it, man. There he is, number 81. And as Rob said, I mean, there's some really good dudes we get the chance to talk to over the course of the year.
Yeah, you can feel that energy coming over the phone.
And look, as I said to him, I don't want to put words in his mouth, but New England can be a real purgatory for some guys. And
it can be.
And just by the nature of where it was in the post-Tom Brady world, it's not the same dynamic. We know a bunch of guys who coach up there. I just talked with Goose. George Gossett talked about it. Like, it's not like Belichick's a miserable, joyless guy, but it's just different. They kind of screw things up. Josh McDaniels, guys, is a tough guy to play for. Only a bunch of guys have been able to.
Right.
They're kind of currently deconstructing the Raiders by trading their best players and letting their best players go. So I don't know what's going on there. And then, as he said, he gave you like kind of a scratch the surface. That's a them problem. But they were a mess. You can't have guys who never coached offense coaching offense at the pro level. Dude, it's hard enough for you to do it as a dad coaching Pop Warner, right? Imagine trying to do it at the NFL level. But as Rob said, there's an energy there, and he's happy because he knows he's going to flourish in the system.
Yeah, I might have to get his jersey, man. Terrence Mathis should be very proud that he's going to be wearing his old jersey.
No, but when you talk about 11 touchdowns in 2 years, 8 touchdowns was his high water mark with the Titans, playing for Vrabel and playing for Arthur Smith. I mean, you know what he's able, and then as we said, he's not going to give you the secret sauce, but if you go get another wide receiver, and you can do that in the draft, you can do that through free agency because they're getting cheaper and cheaper by the minute. If you give Ritter the chance to, again, got to see what that left guard's going to be, you give him a chance to, look around the field, man, you got the mismatches we were really hoping to see in last season. We just didn't see it all the way through because Pitts got hurt. Right? I mean, that might have really been an eye-opener for Ritter, for folks trying to evaluate what Ritter was had Pitts been out there too.
Right. What Falcons have about $38 million left under the cap. Got the draft coming up as well. Still other work to be done. Can't wait to see how the I like what they've done so far.
Right, and I know
it hasn't been exactly the most sexy thing in the world, but it certainly has been highly functional.
But in this case, and we said it, there was really, when you don't have like the big time edge rusher, I mean, there's nobody that would compare to like the guys that, I've got to get that guy. Like it's not like Aaron Donald was out there in free agency,
right.
or it's not like take one of the Boses or something, or somebody of that ilk. This was a real workman-like kind of free agent class, and nobody is biting on wide receivers right now. Nobody's giving wide receivers really big money, so that's going to come back to us. I know everyone covets some name brands, and maybe we'll get a name brand wide receiver to add to the list and do it for pennies on the dollar. The guard position, we talked about it earlier. Maybe it will be Elijah Wilkinson if he can stay healthy. He was really good before he got hurt. And then we had to plug in the revolving door at the left guard position. So a lot of moving parts. Still a lot of work to be done.
Well, this is the first offseason I've actually been enthusiastic about the Falcons in quite some time.